Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayco Redhawk 22A Class C motorhome. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when you're parking on your campsite. Make sure you leave plenty of room for your awning. On your off campsite, I really just want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. The power is going to be right in front of your tire, and then your water connection is going to be all the way out in that back corner. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, put everything in park. Make sure we picked out a nice level area. First thing we do is hook up our power. Big long 30 amp cord stores inside here. You can run it down through this hole so you don't have to leave your door open. You'll know which one's the power because it has this warning sticker on it. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110, in your convenience pack will be one of these 30 amp to 15 amp reducers. In case you need to plug into a 110 at any time. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Now at campsites, far back corner, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. Water pressure regulator here is going to reduce your water pressure 40-50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this when putting your water in. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Now we're going to come down here, and what we're doing is at a campsite we're going to go city fixtures. So we're going to have this one pointing up for 2 and the one over to the right to 6. We're all set for city fixtures. Now let's go find your hot water heater. Over on your campsite, gonna be your hot water heater. Now, all we're doing at this point, making sure our drain plug tug is back on there. Grab that cap, get that back on there nice and snug. You can throw some plumber's tape around this. You can see that. You throw some plumber's tape around this. Don't put putty. Putty will gum up on you. Throw your cap on there, get that on there nice and snug. Once that's on there tight, you go ahead and turn that hose on. After your hose has been on for a few minutes, once you come over inside, watch your automatic steps, let them come out. Come up inside your unit. Open up your valves here. Get a nice steady flow of water going through those. Same thing on your sink over there and your shower. Get a nice steady flow of water going through all those. Then you can shut them off. And then you're all set up for city water connection for a campsite. Now if we're going to go boondocking or dry camping, there's a 2-step process here. We're going to start by, I'm going to turn this so you can see it, city fill tanks. Turning this to 1, keeping this one back over here at 6. Same spot, putting your water here. But what you're going to do now is you're going to go inside and watch the levels of the tanks. Inside where you can check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a button that you can see when to run your, how full your freshwater tank is. Excuse me. Once you've got, keep an eye on that. Once you've got that freshwater full, go ahead and remove that hose, put that cap back on there. And now we're going to switch to normal, 3 and 5. 3 and 5. And now whenever we want to utilize that water, we'll turn on our water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city fixtures. The other setting is a country fill, which is just like filling up your freshwater tank. Turn on your water pump and doing that. But what that'll do is that'll fill up your freshwater tank. You can sanitize that tank as well, just by putting cleaner in that water when you put it in there. And then same thing to sanitize or winterize. You'll turn it to 2 and 4, and that will winterize your unit by turning on your water pump and siphoning in fresh or antifreeze. All right, you're all set up for water and power. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Starting here in this docking station, down underneath here will be a low point drain. Up above that, a hot and cold shower. This is your tank flush. We'll talk about that when we leave the campsite and we dump your black and gray tanks, which are right up underneath here. Coming down our off camp side, we've got our fueling station. Easier to see all these things with this slide closed. There's our power. Over here we've got a motion sensor light. Oh, that's on the other side. This is just more storage here. Low point drain for your fresh water tank. Our generator, I'll start that up when we get inside. Everything's standard on the Ford E450 standard Super Duty engine and chassis. On our campsite, we've got our big awning. It does have a pitch control. It's raining, you want to run the rainwater away. Just pull down on one of these arms that will tilt your awning. Over here on our campsite, we got a vent for our microwave, access to the back of the fridge, again our hot water heater, that's a flue for our furnace. Two things on that: one, make sure it's never blocked, and two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that, it does get hot. Down here is where we will fill our propane and turn it on and off. Here's our motion sensor lights, and this one here where you can hook up a cable or 110 and set a TV outside if need be. Storage, and of course more storage. Big storage area back here. There's your water filter, and your bag inside will be a brand new water filter and a changer, to a little plastic piece. You slide up on that and twist it to take that off, to change that in and out. Get a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, 2-3 times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Most important thing to maintain is the roof on this thing. Here's our hitching. Got a 7,500 pound gross trailer weight and a 750 pound torque tongue weight, excuse me. Here's our 7-way, and that about covers everything from out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming up beside your unit, your house batteries underneath here. To my left is going to be exterior lights, your awning lights, your awning control. Real quick on that awning, you don't want to run that awning out until you can see your brown bar and your flap is followed down to 90 degrees. If you hold that down, as you see, it will start to run itself up onto itself and run up itself up backwards. Here's your main power for the coach as you walk in to turn on. Your power step on and off. Your speakers for your music, turn indoors or outdoors. And to the right of that is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. I mentioned this 12 volts always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping or slash boondocking somewhere and nothing plugged in charging your batteries, you may want to disconnect one of the batteries in your house battery down here to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Run that the rest of the bay back in, shut off our exterior lights, and come on up in the unit. Now another 110, more lighting. Tell you in your doors, they work best gently slammed. Here's the automatic steps fold up. So all the way up here to the left is going to be our control panel. I'll start at the bottom down here. Here's your turn on your water heater. For gas or electric, it does make a difference. Choose correctly. Over here's where you turn on your tank heaters. That's a little pad that's on your tanks in case you're in inclement weather and you think they might freeze. Turn them on. Here's where you turn on your water pump when you utilize your fresh water. Here's where you check the level of your batteries. The fresh water tank, that's the one I said to hold down while you're filling that black and gray tanks. You slide control. Let's go ahead and extend that. Just gonna hit extend. Pretty short slide and goes out rather quickly. And then up here is where you will stop your generator, and that's where it will show you how many hours you have on that. Right up here is going to be our antenna. Take that to the right when you arrive, to the left when you're traveling. Also up above my head is going to be our smoke alarm. Up in here for your cable. Make sure that this light is on over here. It's a digital channel enhancer and allow you to pick up more channels. There's our TV. Turn that on. It's a Fire Stick TV nowadays. Insignia. Nice TV here. To remove the TV and be able to swivel it, you have to pull down on that. And that will release a knob and allow this to swivel out. Kind of hard to do one-handed here, but see that releases that knob here, and then you can pull that out. Swivel it all the way around. Of course, just fold this bunk down to make this a bed up here. That other piece there is when you want to make this into a bed. Simply remove the top, pull the bar out, push the top down on this lip here all the way around. Put that cushion on top. You got another sleeping quarters with 110 and charging ports down there. Lighting here. Tons of storage. Nice medicine cabinet. Low plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on all your plumbing. Remember, you're moving a house down the road. Things in Michigan roads especially, you're going to hit potholes and bounce things loose. Keep an eye on things. Oh, here's our thermostat. Let's go all the way over to AC. Let you hear that crank up. Shut my AC off. Go all the way down to heat. Turn the heat up. There's our heat cranking out. Now you'll notice when I shut the heat off, that it generally takes a few minutes for the heat fan to cycle through before it shuts off. And here's your fan choices over here. Get back in here to the bathroom, where you do have a hand crank open bath fan here. There's another spot you can turn it on and off. Nice curtain, magnetic curtain, headroom. Not much to talk about in the bathroom when you arrive. Go ahead and pour your little bucket of water up inside there. It'll give you something to flush. Big bedroom with reading lights up front. A hand crank open little vent area here. No exhaust on it, but just a vent. So you're underneath your mattress here. We do have a whole area for storage. You can flip your mattress all the way up there, and you have access to that outdoor storage and that water filter. Lighting for the bedroom here. You've got 110, couple USB ports, 110 and cable here, with the backer here for television. On over to our Norco fridge. Turn that on here. We've got our different modes here. You got gas, auto, electric, and gas. So auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. There's just electric. There's just gas. 1 through 5 on the star rating or snowflake for being cold. Up here, a convection microwave grill, a light and fan for your cooktop here. Turn that up to high, use a stick lighter to light these. More plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on it. There's a hose for your winterizing. All your standard Ford features up here. And that about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. Get ready to close the unit up. First thing I always like to do is shut off my interior lighting. Make sure all of the little accent lights are shut off. You go through and just shut off all of my lights. And then I like to say doors and drawers. Make sure our vents are closed. Doors and drawers. Walk through the unit. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. Come back to my control panel and hit retract on the slide. Once that's in, we can exit the unit. Now be patient on these automatic steps. A lot of people want to run right out and trip as those come out, so wait for them to open up. I would lock and deadbolt this during travel. Now if we were out dry camping, come over to our off camp side, open up that low point drain right there, and that's going to dump all of our fresh water. If we're at a campsite, we're going to hook our power, our water, our cable, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be all the way at the rear of the unit. On the driver's side, and you'll have a 10-foot hose comes to your convenience pack. Park accordingly, hook up your hose, and pull your black handle. That's going to be the one on your left. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, hook that up to your tank flush, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. Guy behind you is on vacation. He can wait 5 minutes while you wash out your black tank and get all that nastiness out of there. When that's done, go ahead and close that hose, or remove that hose and close that cap, and make sure all that washout that you just put in here is drained. Once that's done, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. Now it's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. Usually while those are draining, get up in there and dump your low point drains. When them are all done, come on over to our hot water heater. We're not going to be camping for a while. We don't want to leave stagnant water in here. So come on over here, lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, it's going to dump some hot water out of there. When that's done, put your cap top back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then you can remove this cap for the residual water. When your gray's all done, we'll go ahead and remove that hose. Close that gray back up, remove your hose, and then take that hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right there in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Redhawk for many years to come. Happy camping.